Hey!
Welcome back. This is Casey.
This is Master Chief's butt.
What were you saying, Grim?
I still wasn't able to finish my thought from the end of last episode. Hey, basically, I'm just gonna say it like just real quick. Halo would not have aged well if the enemies were what the United States was facing at the time, rather than just fictional aliens that are, for once, like, we're actually justified in killing them. Like, we're not invading their world; they're invading ours. Mm-hmm. Yeah, stuff like that. Because.
So we were also talking last episode about Siri. So like you asked why it's called Siri. So
yeah.
This is according to Drag Kitlaus, the co-founder of Siri, the name Siri is of Scandinavian origin, and the meaning of Siri is beautiful victory. Kitlaus wanted to name his daughter Siri, but he got a son, so instead he named his company Siri, and also Kitlaus owned the iOS 10 Siri domain at that time. Wow. Okay, that's sad. And so it says Siri also stands for Speech Interpretation and Recognition Interface for iOS devices that enables users to speak natural language voice commands and receive audible confirmation from Siri. So there you go. It was also introduced first on the iPhone 4S, so it's got the same name. So why is Alexa named Alexa? If anyone's watching this out loud, Alexa, add a dildo to my shopping cart. When Graham was my roommate, he
yes.
did that a lot. He did it a lot.
Yeah.
to my shopping cart.
Never not funny. I think we would order like, Alexa, add giant black dildo to my shopping cart, because that's fun. Also, it was, Alexa, add like 500 tons of TNT to my, or I think it was either TNT or nitroglycerin, because we wanted to put you on a government watch list.
The funny thing about this is, when you do stuff like that, like when you say like, Alexa, put whatever in my shopping cart, half the time I guess it does like a little search. So half the time it won't find anything, and it'll just like put what you said, like just this is what you said, and then you can go to your actual cart and click a button to search that on Amazon. But sometimes it'll actually find something to put in there, and that'll be like the weirdest moment.
That's where I'm supposed to be going.
So the dream that drove Amazon engineers to invent its voice service Alexa was driven by Star Trek. The problem was choosing a word that people didn't ordinarily use in everyday life. Computer wouldn't cut it. So after testing various names, the team landed on a word Alexa that's used soft vowels and an X. It sounded fairly unique. They liked the name that for some reason sounded like, for that somewhat geeky Star Trek-ish reason, it was a little reminiscent of the Library of Alexander, which was at one time the keeper of all knowledge. The idea was you could ask Alexa anything, and it would know the answer. That's fucking bullshit. You can't do that. I've tried many times to ask it so many questions, and it's like, I don't know. I don't know that one. Because they can't. They can't. So also, I would just like to point this out too. So, Alexa records everything you say to it. Mm-hmm. So, there was, and so like I had all of those recordings on my phone. So if Graham would say something to it and I wasn't in the room, I could still go back and find it. There's one point, Graham slept through the alarm.
Yes, I was going to mention this story.
He slept through the alarm that was set on the Alexa, and he was like, it just didn't go off, and I was like, oh really? So we went through the history, and we found that in his sleep, Graham said, Alexa, stop.
Yeah, like you literally hear like, Alexa, stop. Yeah, because I had, it was, I had set an alarm just, because I had an 8:30 class, but I also had like a class at like, I want to say like 4:30. So like I usually would take a nap before my class, because like, you know, you don't want to be falling asleep in class. And yeah, I set an alarm on Alexa. The only time that Alexa screwed me over. I'm just sleeping. I hear Casey be like, "Hey, don't you have class in like 5 minutes?" And I did. So I was like, "What?" I was like, "We'll figure this out later because I had to go." I wasn't late or anything because my class was close. My teacher was actually late that day. And then we got back and we're going over through it. To this day, the only time Alexa has nearly made me miss a class.
The other thing that I remember was that it was connected to my Spotify, and that was like the automatic app for music, because there's like whatever, you can use Pandora or Amazon Music for it when you like just say to play a song. But the way Spotify works, it's like unless you're in offline mode, it'll like play, like if you have it open on whatever device, it'll switch to like the songs. So I was like listening to music on my way home from work on Spotify, and it wasn't in offline mode. So when Graham went, "Alexa, play One Winged Angel," it started playing on my phone too. It just started playing, and I was like, "Wait, what? What's happening?"
So I would listen to One Winged Angel when I was at the time I was playing D&D. I was running a D&D game, and I usually go for like Final Fantasy like inspirations for like my villains, because one of my favorite aspects of Final Fantasy is most of the villains start out as just ordinary people and they become like these like almost deities towards the end most of the time. Like Sephiroth used to be like a pretty standard normal dude. Like sure, he was like a pretty good soldier, but that was like the only exceptional thing about him.
His lineage too, right?
Well, yeah, but he didn't know his lineage.
Right.
And then he found that out. Was like, well, here I go killing the world. So usually, like, I also like to play music during D&D, and I always reserve One Winged Angel for the main villain because it's such a great villain theme.
That was me trying to
that
do
I thought like you were like going to sneeze into the microphone. I am sorry, everyone.
Sephiroth! Go. Mike, we gotta stop Sephiroth!
I'm
Wazowski
still,
can't help you now, Sullivan.
I'm still mad that we never got like any Final Fantasy content in Kingdom Hearts 3. Like I'm still
mad we didn't get to see Woody beat the piss out of Sephiroth.
Yeah, because like that is such a foundational part of Kingdom Hearts. Is it's Final Fantasy meets Disney.
There's also no Coliseum unless they added in DLC.
No, Olympus Coliseum. Well, it's just Olympus now.
It's Olympus, but I mean, there's no Coliseum. The actual thing where you fight through like the gauntlet.
Yeah, that would be a perfect place to put in. That's where they used to put all the like boss fights against Final Fantasy characters.
That's where you fought Leon, Yuffie, Cloud. That was also where you fought Hades and Hercules and the Titans, the Titans got a lot bigger in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Also, apparently they were only able to be like freed now, even though Hades had freed them in the past.
Did he free them in the other games?
Well, because they were in the other games, so how...
Well, but did they do the story from the movie where he freed them? That's what I thought. The second game had part of the movie, right? And then the third game had the rest of the movie. Yeah. Did they I forget, did they include the Jokers like, hey guys, Olympus is that way?
No, I don't think so. Dang. You also never fight that like Cyclops from the movie. Like you fight the Hydra, you fight Cerberus.
That's true.
You fight everybody except that Cyclops.
You fight Cerberus in the first one. Do you fight the Hydra in the first one? Or is that the second one?
You definitely fight Cerberus and the Hydra in the second one.
There's that big friggin' that's not from Hercules, that's just from the game. Fight Maleficent as the dragon. Also, Maleficent and Pete were just in the game.
Yeah, that was... They were just setting it up for Kingdom Hearts 4.
They were just there.
Yeah.
I'm still surprised that my favorite part was Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah,
that was pretty good.
I think my favorite probably is like a mix between Toy Story and Big Hero 6.
Toy Story and Big Hero 6 were good. I just really liked the ship.
Yeah, the ship stuff was fun. Frozen was just what the fuck. They literally had like almost nothing to do with like the actual story of the.
They did nothing. They just were there with the movie.
Hans doesn't say a word.
You never fight the only Disney villain you actually fight is Davy Jones.
Yeah.
You fight Mother Gothel becomes a Heartless, Hans becomes a Heartless.
Which, to be fair, they do become pretty cool Heartless, and like you couldn't really
those
fight.
Battles were
you couldn't even really fight Mother Gothel or Hans.
You'd whoop their asses.
Yeah,
but I feel like Sora would also whoop Davy Jones's ass.
Yeah,
I
in the past, it was not everyone who became a Heartless became necessarily like a shadowy like monster or most of the time they would just get help from a Heartless and you would fight them, like Clayton in the first game. Has that like really annoying chameleon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, with the chameleon with Tarzan.
Yeah.
My mom is texting me. I'm sorry.
Your mommy.
She's talking to me. Stop it, Mom.
My mom texted me while we were recording as well.
So.
Welcome to Into the Momverse.
Mars needs moms.
Mars needs moms.
Oh my god, that was such. Oh, you did. You need a mom to treat your injuries.
When did we start? Are you keeping track of time?
Yeah, I am keeping track of time too. We have like 5-ish minutes
Okay.
left. So what I was saying about we were talking about Kingdom Hearts. So Heartless. Okay. Here's what I was gonna say. I wish the Kraken wasn't just a fight with the ships. I wish it was a fight with the ships, and then there was a stage with Sora. Because I felt like that made like the final battle in that kingdom kind of simple.
Yeah.
Especially compared to the Davy Jones fight, which was a little more complex. The final fucking I guess that's the gauntlet of the game where you fight all the different Organization 13 members.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was cool. Not terribly difficult, which it doesn't have to be, but it was just cool. And then that part where you fight like all those like the masked versions of them, that was cool.
The masked versions?
Yeah, like where you get the Skata Alkeum, and you're right before you fight Xehanort.
You fight.
Yeah, you fight all these masked things and they're flying around different parts of the level.
You mean the part where you dive through the thing and you go back to each world?
No. Do you not remember? There's literally you get to Skata Alkeum, or however it's pronounced, and there's I think it's just. You fight pretty much all the Organization 13 members at once, but they all share a health bar.
Oh yes. Okay, yes, I do remember that.
Good.
That was obnoxious. I didn't like it. I thought it was weird and disorienting because you're going around to the different parts of the city and they keep disappearing. And I didn't hate it as a concept, but I felt oh, I gotta go back over here, and I wasn't sure if they were sharing a health bar or not. But maybe if I played it again, now that I finished the game and I'm not stressing out to fucking finish it, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
The game was not hard.
Yeah.
I played it in proud mode.
I didn't even really. The first boss to really make me sweat was the final boss, which I guess is what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only other boss that really made me sweat was the Monsters Inc. one. But even then, that was just I couldn't dodge it, so I just kept spamming Simba eventually when she told me to do that.
Yeah, Simba is like a really good. How am I supposed to get up there?
Simba was the only summon I used a lot. I used the other ones just to see what they would do, but Simba was the only one I got use out of. I used him in the final boss.
The only one I never really used was the Wreck-It Ralph one because I could never really figure out how to. I used that once and couldn't really figure out how to use it.
You plant everything and then he goes like you remember the party move where you turn into like a water ride and you move around and then you like finish it and go back through everywhere you went. I think Wreck-It Ralph was like that. He like places all of these blocks and then he goes and wrecks them all.
Okay, yeah. I think I found a better way to do Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph in that game, so he's a video game character inside of a video game. The whole thing is a video game and you go inside a different video game.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the real fucking kicker. So Space Paranoids in Kingdom Hearts 2 is inside that computer in Hollow Bastion.
Yep.
But the grid in Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance is its own world. It's not inside the computer in Hollow Bastion. So the Tron that becomes Rinsler in Tron Legacy and in Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance is not the same Tron that Sora met in Kingdom Hearts 2.
I wish they'd make another Tron movie. I really enjoyed
Tron Legacy.
Yeah, I enjoyed Tron Legacy. Like it. Yeah, it was just.
It's good. It's.
Yeah.
I feel like I have this theory about like a lot of these movies, like between like around 1999 and to 2010, ish. I feel like we've gotten some movies that are so bad and stupid and dumb since then that if we actually went back to some of these like famously bad movies, like if we went back to the Star Wars prequels, if we went back to
no, Star Wars prequels are still bad.
If we went back to Tron Legacy, some movies that people really didn't like, they wouldn't be that bad. They would not be as bad as we remember them.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, prequels are fun to make fun of, but by no means like,
right.
They represent like just a complete waste of potential and did more. I'm just gonna say this right now. Did more harm to Star Wars than anything the sequels could ever do.
Oh shit, we're getting controversial.
We're
ending it there, not saying anything more about that. Also, we've almost got to end the episode, but I think that like they're not as bad as stuff like Jurassic World 2.
Yeah, because it is the interesting thing. Like I just want to say this and then we'll end it. I'm trying to like figure out how to say it. I think we should move away from just stigmatizing movies as just bad and good because like everybody has their own personal taste. Everybody has their own expectations and what they want out of a movie.
Wait, what is that thing next to you? That thing.
It's a thing. So there like I more than anyone like it's not just like oh I enjoy a lot more movies than I hate just because for me I like to look at a movie and not just see what I see, but I see like oh people like I see passion behind a lot of movies like that are like can be pretty bad. It's why The Room I think became such a sensation is not because it's bad, but you can tell they were trying their hardest to make what they thought was good, and it's such an earnest attempt. And also, Tom Wiseau probably just wanted an excuse to film just softcore porn with actresses.
Probably.
But that's still... Yeah, that's... So, I think we should move from I thought this was bad to, or I thought this was good to I enjoyed it or I didn't enjoy it. Because you're never going to be able... There's never going to be a movie that everybody loves, like, equally. Because that's... Art is subjective.
Yes, I agree. And we will have more to say on this on the next episode of Pokemon Let's Go Halo.